Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Strap in. This will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will find his man on the outside. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Now a first carry here for their running back. Fighting through. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
You talk about this Jets defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
When they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against some people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league. So there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors,
his 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And the Giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Ethan Evans now.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
He's off to a great start here in this first quarter. It seems like this defense is probably going to have trouble containing him.
I would agree with that. I love the observation. And here's the thing. Their game plan coming to fruition. You knew that they came in thinking that they could run it, and now they're proving that they can and doing it in a big way.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
With his height, that's exactly where you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You've just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Handoff, running left. Here's Hall.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Hall.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You talk about this Giant defense.
It's quite a unit, number 1 in the NFL against the pass.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now a 2nd and 10.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Completes this to Elijah Higgins.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go, sack.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Come on, set. Check go.
Back to throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Go.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Ready?
On third down, here's Hall. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Give him 2 on the play there. And the Jets are going to have it first and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll go with a keeper, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Jets are back within a score. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. They'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Let's go now.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield, and if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice gain.
89 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
from the 23. Here's 2nd and 5.
They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Giants go up by 2 touchdowns.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Giants 21, Jets 7.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the calendar. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Trent McDuffie with a pick.
And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
Well, former 3rd overall pick Quentin Williams there to bring him down.
Traditionally, as a defense, your #1 job, stop the run. But in today's football, it's impacting the opposing quarterback. Make him uncomfortable. And so far, they've not been able to do that.
Not at all. He's been really comfortable in the pocket. 3 touchdown passes already.
So that could be an important first sack if they do want to turn things around.
A gain of 9, not enough, and it's 4th down. And this one is right through. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Back to throw again. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Adetomiwa Adebawore, the one who got in there for the sack. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, What's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Giants are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going up top. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. They'll go again with Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hall ought to give up the middle. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 46, here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 36. The 2nd-round pick leading this offense well. It'll be a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep and you catch them close to the spot. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches. Here's Hall again. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
This 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Breece Hall, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Looking for a crease. Can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And this offense on 3rd down today, can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A gain of 22.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back to throw now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Connecting on the out route here with Higgins.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Let's go now.
They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right.
And that one complete once again to Higgins.
It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Back to the ground with Hall.
Able to slither by.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big 3rd down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go. So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Higgins. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Give to Hall running right.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
He scored on the ground and through the air.
And the Jets have taken a fourth-quarter lead.
Important extra point up and through, and that will make this a 4-point game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
So problems there on the return, very costly, not what you need when you've just surrendered the lead.
Not at all, because this now has a chance to really snowball on them quickly. Their offense was on the sidelines talking about getting on the field and getting that score back.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here.
And he is caught.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Hall. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
The Jets, with victory seemingly in hand, they take a knee.
That was an excellent come-from-behind victory, Charles, especially there in the fourth quarter. Both offense and defense were clicking. They're going to feel good about this one.